I'm the blind bastard! 3, 1, 6. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy. Today I am profiling my Dark Magician deck. So, to start off, I'm running 3 copies of the OG Dark Magician. That's really good for, like, your Eternal Soul plays, stuff like that. Next up, I'm running 1 Palladium Oracle Mahad. This is really easy to summon because you can special summon if you draw him outside your draw phase, and his attack becomes doubled if you're attacking a dark monster. And if he ever goes to the graveyard, you can special summon Dark Magician from your graveyard. Up next, it's 2 copies of Magician of Dark Illusion. So this is like the Shadow of Dark Magician. His attack and defense are flip-flopped, and he's really easy to special summon, depending on if a spell or trap is played by your opponent. And then if he's in the graveyard and you play a spell or trap, you can just special summon him. Alright, so up next, I'm running Alright, so 1 Dark Magician Girl, 1 Apprentice Illusion Magician. She's really easy to special summon. All you have to do is discard 1 card, and then once she's normal or special summon, you can add a Dark Magician from your deck. And also, you can discard her to have one of your Dark Spellcasters gain 2,000 attack that turn. And also 1 Palladium Oracle Mana. This is really good for protecting your 7 or higher spellcasters. So if your spellcasters on the field are targeted by a card effect, you can special summon her from the hand or the graveyard to protect your spellcasters. And then if she's ever destroyed by card effect or battle and goes to the graveyard, you can special summon a Dark Magician Girl. Alright, so up next, I'm running a Magician Girl engine. So 1 Kiwi Magician Girl. This is good because it's like a hand trap, so you can send it to the graveyard and power up all your Magician Girl monsters on the field. By however many Magician Girl monsters are on the field or in the graveyard, by 300 each. Next, I have Chocolate Magician Girl. This is good because you can, when she's normal summoned, you can discard 1 card to draw 1 card. And when she's attacked, you can send 1 spellcaster from your hand to the graveyard. Oh, no, sorry. So you can discard 1 spellcaster from your hand to draw 1 card. And then when she's targeted for an attack, you can special summon that spellcaster from the graveyard, switch her to defense, and then the attack target is the special summon monster that you specialed from the graveyard, and their attack becomes half. Alright, up next, I have Berry Magician Girl. So if she's targeted by a card effect or an attack, you can change her battle position and then special summon a spellcaster from your hand. But the attack target doesn't change, so she still gets attacked. Alright, up next I have Lemon Magician Girl. So very similar. When she's targeted for an attack, you can change her battle position, and you can special summon a spellcaster from your deck, change the attack target to that, and then also have the attack. Also very similar, the next one I have is Apple Magician Girl. So when she's attacked, you can special summon a level 5 or lower spellcaster and change the attack target to that, and also have the attack. And also, when she's sent to the graveyard, you can add up to 3 Magician Girl monsters with different names from your deck, your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so up next, I have 1 Time Wizard. So his effect is you flip a coin if you call it right, you destroy all monsters on your opponent's side of the field. If you call it wrong, you destroy all monsters on your side of the field, and then you take half the damage of the monsters on your field. I have one Magician's Robe, so he's really good. He has 2,000 body. So you can send a spell or a trap from your hand to the graveyard, special summon one Dark Magician, and also if he's in the graveyard, you can send a spell or trap to the graveyard to special summon him, but then banish him when he leaves the field. Up next, I have Magician of Faith. So she's really good for when she's flipped. She can get you a spell back from the graveyard. I have one Magic Karibo. So he's really good for recycling all your magicians, getting back and forth to the field. He can revive himself from the graveyard back to your hand and just keep relooping that. And then the last spellcaster I have before I get to my ritual build and then my boss monster in the main deck is Magician's Valkyria. So she's really good when there's another spellcaster on the field. So she's the only spellcaster that can be attacked. And she's not too difficult to get over, but she has 1800 defense. So then my ritual engine. So I'm running one Magician of Chaos. He's really good for when he's special summoned, he can destroy a card. And when he's destroyed, he can also get to our other ritual monster. So I have Magician of Chaos. Or not Magician of Chaos. Magician of Black Chaos Max. So he has kind of a similar effect to Dark Magician of Chaos, which I'll get to in a second. So he's really good with that. Up next, I have Buster Blader for a fusion summon. Because I do have Dark Paladin in my extra deck. So he's just there for that. I don't think I really ever summon him to the field. Up next, I have Dark Magician of Chaos. So at the end phase of when he's summoned, I can get a spell back from my graveyard. But also, I don't run Dedication through Light and Darkness in this deck. I do have a couple cards in the spell and traps that I run to summon him easier. Such as Chocolate Magician Girl. I can send him from the graveyard to draw a card, and then I can summon him back through her effect. And then the boss monster of my main deck, I have Sorcerer of Dark Magic. So he's really good. I can send Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, or at least two level 7 or 2 level 6 or higher spellcaster to the graveyard to summon him, and then he can negate a trap each turn. Alright, so that's the main deck. Let's go for spells and traps. So I'm running one Chaos Form for my ritual. I have Dark Burning Attack. This is good for Dark Magician Girl. She can destroy all monsters on the field. I have Dark Burning Magic. So when Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl are on the field, they can destroy everything. One Dark Magic Attack. So Dark Magician on the field, you can destroy all spell and trap cards. Dark Magic Circle. This is going to be our field spell. So when you normal or special summon Dark Magician, you can banish one monster on the field. And when it's first played, you can draw the top 3 cards of your deck and add one Dark Magician related card to your hand, and then rearrange them in any order. One Dark Magic Veil. This is also helpful for getting like our Dark Magician of Chaos out. You can pay 1,000 attack or 1,000 life points to special summon him. One Dark Ruler No More. This is good for any negating any monster effects on the field. So say your opponent has any pesky like face down monsters with like flip effects or whatever, so you don't have to worry about that for the turn. I am running one Eye of Timaeus. This is also for our fusion summons. which I will go over later in the extra deck. So he can fuse with Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl. One Magicalized Fusion. This helps for like a Dragon's Mirror, banishing the spellcasters from the graveyard for the fusion summons. One Magician's Left Hand. This is helpful for negating trap cards. One Polymerization, another card for fusion summon. One Sage's Stone. So when you have Dark Magician Girl on the field, you can play this to special summon Dark Magician. One Secret Village of the Spellcasters. So when you have a spellcaster on the field, your opponent can't use spell cards, but it also works against you if you don't have a spellcaster on the field, then you cannot use spell cards. And then lastly, for the spells, I have Thousand Knives. So Dark Magician on the field, you can destroy one monster on the field. Alright, up next, we're going to go with the trap cards. So first, we're going to go Dimensional Prison. So if your opponent declares an attack, you can flip this card and banish their monster. I'm going to go 2 Eternal Soul next. I use this at 2. It's really easy for special summoning Dark Magician, or if you need to search your deck for like Thousand Knives. One Magic Cylinder. So this is really good for redirecting your opponent's attack back at them. One Magician's Defense. So when you control a spellcaster and you're attacked, you can flip this and your attack damage gets halved, and you can also special summon a magician from the graveyard. One Magical Hats. I'm not really a big fan of this card, mainly because of the anime I have it in the deck. But essentially you can use 2 spell cards from your deck, plus the monster that's being attacked, and you can rearrange them, but then the spell cards go to the graveyard at the end of the turn, so you can't use them anymore. And then last card for the main deck, for the traps, is Magician's Navigation. So you can special summon Dark Magician from your hand, and also another level 6 or higher spellcaster. And then if the card is in the graveyard, you can banish it to negate a spell or trap that your opponent plays. Alright, so onto my extra deck. So I only have 5 monsters in my extra deck. So first we're going to go with the XZ monsters. So I have Ebon High Magician. So his effect is when the card has XZ material on it, you can play a quick play spell card from your hand by detaching a material on it. Then I have Ebon Illusion Magician. So when you detach a material, you can special summon a dark spellcaster. Alright, then going on to the fusions. So for the Eye of Timaeus, I have Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. This is really good for protecting your spell and trap cards, like Eternal Soul, because Eternal Soul has a downside. So when it goes to the graveyard, then it destroys all monsters on your field. One Dark Paladin. So this is for our Buster Blader fusion. So he can negate a spell card by discarding 1 card from your hand. So he can negate it and destroy it. And he also gains 500 attack for each dragon on the field or in either player's graveyard. So he can get pretty big. And then last fusion is Quintet Magician. So this is what I have Magicalized Fusion in my deck for, to banish the spellcasters from the graveyard. And if he's a fusion summoned with magicians with 5 different names, he can destroy all monsters on your opponent's field. He cannot be tributed or used for a fusion summon, so he can't be like super polyed. And also he cannot be destroyed by a card effect. Alright, so that's my deck profile. If you like the deck, please like and comment. If you'd like to see any other deck profiles, please let me know. I have other ones in the work. I have Blue Eyes, I have Red Eyes, I have complete deck dedicated to Kaiba, Joey. I'm working on a Yugi deck. I have different decks. I have a Dragon deck. I have a Chaos deck, an Elemental deck. So all of these I'm looking to profile in the future. But if you can let me know, I'd appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Blind Bastard out.